Are we? Welcome those of you who are watching Tennessee and Oklahoma. Welcome to Fort Worth. Eric Freed, Christy Thomas-Scuddy here. Great start for Iowa State. Christy, they're on top of TCU by 11. Iowa State has won 7 of their last 8 games. TCU has won 3 in a row, and it's been hot shooting for Iowa State and taking care of the basketball. They have 8 assists and no turnovers, and we are a couple minutes into the second quarter.
Well, I think because they're able to score, they're able then to get the defense solid. And credit Iowa State's defense so far. They've been able to somewhat hold Olivia Miles in check. No points, but she's been setting up her teammates with the assists.
She does have 4 assists, but 0 for 6 from the field. Miles, averaging 20 points a game, has not scored. Of course, the matchup is Miles and Audi Crooks, 2 good friends who have played for Team USA, 2 of the top scorers in the country. Crooks number 2 in the country at 25.4 points a game. 8 points for Audi so far, 3 rebounds and a couple of assists as Miles comes onto the floor after a TCU timeout. Why is it that Iowa State is on top by 11 here on the road, where a team has not won as a visitor in 2 years?
The game of basketball is about matchups. And you're always going to have a matchup issue when you're going against Audi Crooks. We saw Clara Silver start off defending Crooks. 2 quick fouls. Basha back on the court now. She's been a little more physical with Crooks. Did a little bit better in terms of not allowing Crooks to get that low post positioning.
So out of the TCU timeout, Iowa State will bring it up. 40 straight wins at home for TCU. Their last loss at home, February 13th, 2024. But Iowa State has played well here right from the jump.
Mr. Basham just trying not to give up any positioning at Crooks.
Foul's going to be called on Donovan Hunter on the reach, sending Crooks to the free throw line.
If you like basketball, it's just fun to watch these posts work, trying to get the positioning down low. You see Hunter come in, trying to double team her there a little bit late.
First personal on Hunter. Clara Silva picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter. And here is Audi. 28 points last time out in the win against Arizona State. That was an impressive win for the Cyclones in Ames. 90-64 there, is up by as much as 33, and they shot 53% from the field. They're shooting 50% from the field against TCU in the first half.
Mismatch again for Suarez.
Miles with the pass fake, wide open look, finally throws her hands into the air. After missing her first 6 field goal attempts, she knocks that down to make it a 10-point game. Take a look at the lineups on the floor, brought to you by Toyota. Jackson Williams, Hare, good shooter. Harris, also a good shooter. Williams been looking for a shot, can't get it, and the rebound for Olivia Miles.
Olivia Miles just always probing, great handoff.
Freshman Clara Bielefeld gets her first points. Crooks, double comes, turnover. That's the first turnover for Iowa State today. Whoa, nifty little head and shoulder fake, but Miles couldn't finish it. And now Iowa State will bring it up with Jada Williams. Iowa State leads the Big 12 in fewest turnovers per game at 12 and a half.
This entire possession, the ball has been in Jada Williams' hands. Nothing's happened yet.
5 in the shot clock. Entry, Crooks inside for 2.
You have to do your work early if you're defending Audi Crooks. That time, 2 feet that deep in the paint is too late.
12 for Audi. Inside of 5 to play, first half. Suarez. Basham. Nowhere to go, 5 on the shot clock. Miles looks off the dribble, bumps into Crooks, who knew it, gets called for the foul. That's her first.
Olivia Miles just has this great hesitation. She's reading the floor, and she goes right at the defender. Great handoff, and then on the other end, Crooks, 2 feet, middle of the paint. It's too late for any defense.
Lily Talalay comes in for Iowa State for the first time. Williams back on for the Cyclones.
And here's the matchup zone for Iowa State again.
Silva throws it outside Hunter. Miles, once again, shot clock winding down. And a foul is going to be called with 3 on the shot clock on Reese Beatty.
2 possessions in a row now for TCU. They've gotten really late to the shot clock, but Iowa State has bailed them out with fouls.
Olivia Miles entered the game with 1,993 points. So with 3 today, getting closer, taking longer than what we expect after watching her go for 40 at Baylor. Suarez rattles in a 3. Iowa State's lead is down to 7. Crooks on the bench right now. Where will the Cyclones turn? They turn to Jada Williams. Talalay on the offensive glass, couldn't get the putback. Bielefeld. Miles draws the contact. She'll go to the free throw line.
Talalay didn't finish because I think Bielefeld got a piece of that shot at the rim.
Addie Brown comes back into the game for Iowa State. If you weren't with us earlier, Brown made a return to the lineup last time out against Arizona State. She returned to practice on Monday after missing 11 games. A lower body injury. The team was 6-5 in her absence. Number 24 in Cardinal and Gold. Iowa State is so much better when she's in the mix. Why is that?
She's another point guard. She spaces the floor with her shooting, with her passing. And we saw it with Audi Crooks' numbers. We're down without Audi Brown on the court.
Deflected to Williams, and with her quickness, she saw an opening and didn't hesitate. Drives for 2. She's got 6. Kick to the corner, open look. Hunter for 3. Another assist for Miles. TCU was 0 for 7 from beyond the 3-point line in the first quarter. They are 3 for 4 here in the second. And a whistle is going to go against Iowa State's Williams.
Olivia Miles now up to 7 assists. She is going to her right, crosses across her body with her right on the money to Hunter in the corner for 3.
TCU, we've seen it time and again this season, most recently here in this building against West Virginia when they went on a 20-2 run in a 5-minute span in the third quarter. When they heat up, it gets to boiling pretty quick, and Miles misses a wide-open 3 that would have made it a 1-point game. Jackson, good feed inside, and the finish by Williams.
Williams is just that energy player. When she can add point production to the minutes on the floor, it's just a bonus for the Cyclones.
Hunter. Back out for Miles, defended by Jada Williams. Good matchup here. Miles has it knocked away. Third turnover for TCU. 5 combined turnovers in this game. Low number so far.
You got 2 great point guards on each team, and they're controlling the tempo.
As we say that, turnover for Iowa State is knocked away by Addie Brown. Miles thought about the 3. Look away, the feed inside. Should have been her 8th assist, but Silva couldn't get it to go. Jackson. Audi Crooks at the scorer's table trying to get into the game. Tossed up. Williams on the offensive glass. Last touch by TCU. Good fight by Elisa Williams. Coming up on the Jeep halftime report, plenty to talk about. Clemson ending Duke's 17-game winning streak. And Louisville losing to Virginia. So they'll be chatting about that at halftime. Another impressive performance, by the way, by South Carolina as they took down Ole Miss. That's coming up in a minute 18 on the clock. Audi back out there. And he can't hit. Rebound for Basham. Miles. Another one kicked over to Hunter. She loves that spot, wouldn't go. Bielefeld offensive rebound. Hunter on the follow. And the rebound for Andy Brown. Got hit pretty hard. A little grimace by Addie as she jogs up across half court. Three-pointer is good right in front of the TCU bench. Jada Williams. Williams went for 26 against Arizona State last time out. She's going for 44 in a game this season, so she can fill it up and share the ball. That looked good right away from Bigby. A lot of confidence by the redshirt senior from Las Vegas. Shot clock off, game clock down to 8. Williams to Crooks, back outside, wide open look, Jada Williams, three-pointer won't go, and that will do it. TCU was down by 11, but the deficit is now 6. At halftime, Iowa State's strong first quarter. Audi Crooks with 12, Olivia Miles with 5 points and 7 assists. We're at the break here in Fort Worth. Let's send you to the studio. Back at TCU, just about ready for the start of the second half with Iowa State on top of the Horned Frogs by 6. Aaron 3, Chrissy Thomas-Fetty back here with you at courtside. Bill Fennelly, the Iowa State head coach, told us that Olivia Miles was going to get the Caitlin Clark treatment when it came to defending her. And they did a pretty good job on Olivia. 1 for 9 from the field in the first half. On the other end, Audi Crooks doing Audi Crooks things in the first half for Iowa State.
Well, I think you're Bill Fennelly. You got to be pleased with the defense, and you got to be pleased with Crooks' ability to get positioning in the paint. Out of transition, she started her positioning, gets the and one. Then off of the entry pass, keeps her center of gravity low and powers it up through contact, not once, but twice in that first half.
Take a look at some of the numbers from the first half, brought to you by Vicks. Shooting numbers, and there's the friends who played together for Team USA, Olivia and Audi. Little smile before we get going for the second half. Suarez with 12, Crooks with 12. Three-point shooting, a big story. TCU was 0 for 7 in the first quarter, 4 for 7 in the second quarter. That helped the Frogs erase what was an 11-point Iowa State lead. They got it down to 1 possession, but right now it's 6. They look for Addie Brown, Iowa State does on the first possession of the third quarter. Comes up empty, and here comes TCU. Miles has been a facilitator in this game. Silva spins it in, and the foul. Chance for a three-point play.
So this time it's Clara Silva getting the inside positioning, just being patient. Stutters, keeps that foot down, goes up through Crooks and draws the second foul on the post from Iowa State.
Silva now with 9, can't finish off the three-point play. She picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, came back on before the end of the first half. This is what she's out there for, bringing that length to try to slow down Audi Crooks, which is hard to do. 14 now for Audi. comes up short. Just isn't there for Olivia Miles scoring-wise today. 1 for 10 from the field, 5 points.
Well, I thought she had the original open jumper off of that on-ball screen, and she didn't take it.
Addie Brown can't hit the runner. And here comes Olivia. Kick to the corner. Bigby. Taken away by Williams.
And let's see Crooks get a touch here at this possession.
Williams looks for a shot. 1 and done for Iowa State. As Miles will bring it across half court in a 6-point game. TCU has won 3 in a row. First place in the Big 12. Iowa State in 7th place. They've won 7 of their last 8. Crooks fighting against Silva, and it will be Iowa State ball. Bill Fenley's team lost 5 in a row in conference play, but they have rallied to improve to 9 and 6, trying to prove their positioning for the Big 12 tournament, which is coming up in Kansas City.
Charlie Crane currently has Iowa State as a 9 seed. Could you imagine that 8-9 matchup, then potentially Iowa State facing a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament?
I have a feeling just about every matchup in the Big 12 tournament is going to have that championship feel, because so much is going to be on the line. Teams fighting to get into the NCAA tournament, trying to help their positioning. Up top, Silva with the catch. She'll go to the free throw line.
That was a tremendous pass by Donovan Hunter to get Silva to the free throw line. It's usually Olivia Miles using that middle third on-ball screen, but Hunter recognizes Crooks, rotates over, throws it up for Silva, 6'7", and that wingspan goes up and gets it and draws the foul.
So Addie Brown picks up her 2nd personal foul. She'll head to the bench along with Audi Crooks. Silva at the stripe. Our next NBA on ESPN doubleheader Wednesday. It starts at 7:30 Eastern. The East leading Pistons will take on the defending champs, OKC. Then at 10, Celtics continue to play well. They'll take on Denver in Denver. Coverage starts at 7 with NBA Countdown. 4-point game.
No Crooks, no Brown. This is where it's time for Williams to create and try to get a good look for her teammates.
Here she is, number 8, Jada Williams. Looks for the screen from Elisa Williams. Harris. 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer on the way is good. Ariana Jackson is 3 for 3 beyond the arc today. Excellent 3-point shooter. She's made 55 on the season. First on the team.
Big 12 play. This is a good omen for Iowa State. When Jackson hits 3 threes, they have won every Big 12 game.
Suarez backs it in to get her first points of the second half. She's got 14 to lead TCU. Crooks has 14 to lead the Cyclones. Elisa Williams somehow got control, enough of it to put it up for the basket. And a chance for a 3-point play. What a finish by the junior from Denton, Texas.
Well, it starts with the dribble penetration of Jada Williams. She drops it off to Elisa Williams. And sometimes that's not how you planned it, but the bottom line is Williams to Williams gets 2 and 1.
We are in a results-oriented business, Christy, when we're talking about college basketball, and the results were there. Control might not have been there, but the results were there. I'm able to finish the 3-point play. 7-point game, Iowa State in front. Silva picked up her 3rd personal foul. Basham's got the rebound as Silva goes to the bench and untangle the players. And a foul is going to be called on Ariana Jackson.
Well, long rebound off the 3. Basham tracks it down. You see Jackson just reaching in there. That's what the official got on her.
First on Jackson. Suarez. Miles. To the basket. Olivia Miles. 2,000 career points. Right on the number On a familiar look, the drive to the basket. There are now 9 active D1 players in the 2,000-point club. Beatty, up and under, and great help. Basham came in for the block, 4 to shoot for Iowa State. 42 blocks on the season for Kennedy Basham. This is a team that can block some shots.
Beatty just trying to create off the bounce, and Basham rotates over to rim protect.
Launching it to beat the shot clock. It had to be rushed up there by Jackson, and Hunter's got it. Push up to Miles. Miles trying to direct a little traffic. Little hesitation. Was deflected off of the head of Beatty to Bielefeld. Stays with TCU. Suarez trying to back in. Jackson tried to sell it. Suarez turns, comes up short. Got the rebound, and a whistle stops play. And Jackson, I think, is going to get called for the foul. She's the one who's down on the deck.
Well, she was on the deck, and then the rebound came down. She's laying there, and it pops her in the head as well. And Jackson's playing some great defense. Undersized against Suarez, just trying to body her up. You see Suarez trying to back her down. Jackson tries to get the call, doesn't get it, gets back up to contest. And here's where's the insult to injury.
So Ariana will go out. Take a rest after that. Trip down the floor. Big B for 3. Taylor, Big B. Knocks down her second 3. 2-point game. Hare looks to answer, cannot. Miles has it. This is the time where Olivia looks to take over. On the dribble, the take. Good job by Williams to get in there defensively. That'll get us to a media timeout as Olivia Miles joins the 2,000-point club.
Well, points 6 and 7 will be quite memorable for Olivia Miles. Off the bounce, surveying the defense, scooping 2.
First of all, we're used to seeing Addie giving the assist to Audie. Audie had the nice assist in the post-game press conference on Wednesday as Addie Brown returned after missing 11 games. I think the number that jumps out with Addie Brown, Iowa State this year, 15-1. Without her, 6-5.
Well, I'll tell you, the second statistic that jumps out is Audi Crooks' numbers with and without Addie Brown on the court. She was averaging almost 33 points a game, shooting 66% from the field with Brown on the court. Without her, she was averaging 20.5 and shooting just 57%.
Now, it's going to take some time for Addie Brown to get up to full speed. Her first practice was Monday. Her first game back was Wednesday. She's on a minutes restriction for a period of time, 20 minutes. First game, probably around 25 minutes today. There is a coach's appeal right now. During that timeout, Iowa State has appealed that the ball should be Iowa State basketball. It was called out of bounds off of Iowa State, and it should be TCU ball. That's what the official said, but what does the replay indicate?
This is where Williams gets the block, and I think it's off Miles' leg.
Now the right knee, right leg of Olivia Miles, and you could see number 3, Elisa Williams, was saying it should be our ball, and then they had that little extra time because we were in the media timeout, and the Iowa State coaching staff could take a look at the replay and say, hey, this is worth an appeal right here. So remember, an appeal, if you're unsuccessful, it costs you a timeout.
That one not as conclusive to me. I still see it go off the leg, but I can't tell if Williams touched it.
After review, the play is inconclusive, so the play on the floor stands. TCU basketball, and Iowa State will lose a 30-second timeout.
Bill Finley wants to get out the dictionary and say, I don't know if inconclusive is the word we wanted to hear right now. We wanted to say reversed, but alas, it's TCU basketball. So you heard it spelled out as well. Cost them a timeout. As we come out of the media timeout, here's Miles.
Back to
Bigby's had the hot hands. Not this time.
almost every time on the baseline out of bounds, the corner three has been open for TCU. They just haven't been able to consistently knock it down. Little post-to-post off-ball screen for Brown to get downhill.
Brown leans in, can't get it, kept it alive. Controlled by TCU. Miles. Tough one. Good job by Jada Williams to stay right on top of her.
Crooks only has one field goal attempt in this third quarter. Would really like to see Iowa State give her a touch.
Basham with some contact on Audi as she went by, so Basham gets called for her first personal.
Audi Crooks coming down in transition, and Basham just trying to get a bump on her. And I have a feeling it's because she extended her elbows. That's what got the officials called.
Inside of 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Brown makes some moves. She's had looks over to the officials a few times today, wondering where the foul was. She gets called this time as Suarez gets called for her first personal.
Well, Eric, in defense of the officials, there's been a lot of looks to them by a lot of different players today.
That's what happens when you get to 22nd of February, 1 week from today. It'll be the final day of the regular season. And then it's on to Kansas City for the Big 12 tournament starting the following Wednesday. Top 4 seeds get the double bye. 5 through 8 single bye. TCU hoping for a come from behind win here today. And then if they knock off Cincinnati, could be a combination of a loss for one of the teams around them. They could wrap up the number 1 seed and the regular season title for the second straight year in the Big 12. Hunter. Crooks shut her off. 8 on the shot clock. Miles. Three-pointer. Won't drop down for Hunter. Suarez got there. She touched it last. Iowa State basketball.
There's been some really good defense at different times by Iowa State. So many screens that TCU runs, and they've been able to get through and limit this really potent TCU offense.
You've seen Iowa State playing quite a few opponents, and many teams have tried different ways to try to deny and stop Audi Crooks. How about the job TCU's been doing here in the second half?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Only one shot attempt, and some of it has just been other players and play calls right now that they've gone, as we see right now, for Brown to try to get a bucket instead of giving Crooks the touch.
8 points now for Addie Brown on 3 of 12 shooting. She does have 5 rebounds and a couple of assists. Every time it looks like TCU's ready to go on a run and retake the lead, Iowa State has had the answer. Last TCU lead was 5-3. Miles draws a foul on Crooks, who disagrees. That's her third.
Miles makes that look easy, but it starts with the on-ball. The on-ball sets so well, and Miles comes off so tight that the defender has to open her hips. You see Williams opens the hips. That allows Miles to get downhill. Crooks has to rotate over, and there's the foul.
3 on Silva for TCU, 3 on Crooks for Iowa State. So Audi will stay on the floor. Let's see. We talked about the list of players active in the 2,000-point club. Olivia Miles joining her friend, Audi Crooks, who needed just 49 games to join the 1,000-point club and 89 games to join the 2,000-point club. Did it January 28th at Texas Tech. Two of the top players in the game on the floor here today. Crossover, Williams, foul called on Hunter.
That was an ISO. They did a little elevator screen to get everybody looking away, just allow Williams to get downhill.
Basham will come out of the game. 2 personal fouls on Hunter. And Jada Williams, 83% free throw shooter, will head to the line. Shine a spotlight on former McDonald's All-American Jada Williams, of course, in her first year with Iowa State after 2 seasons with Arizona, getting ready to go to Kansas City and the Big 12 tournament, her hometown. Good numbers for Williams across the board here today. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Audi back on. 2:15 to go. Miles still trying to find the touch. Silva had to pull back, playing with the 3 fouls. Miles 1 for 6 beyond the arc. Remember, she was 10 for 20 in Waco in the win against Baylor when she went for 40. Williams to Williams, trip to the free throw line, coming for Elisa Williams.
Both these point guards are just wheeling and dealing. You got Miles with 8 assists, and now Jada Williams, great little pocket pass off the roll to Williams, gets her to the free throw line. Jada Williams up to 9 assists.
Iowa State now 8 of 11 from the free throw line. They were 16 of 22 against Arizona State, 25 of 28 in the win against K-State last week, 14 for 14 in the second half. It had been an issue for Iowa State, but they have fixed that issue of late at the free throw line.
Illegal screen by Big B.
Big B gets whistled for the illegal screen. No protest from the TCU bench, and Taylor knew it.
Eric, you talked about fixing the free throw lows. A big fix to a lot of stuff is Addie Brown coming back. That helps with the defensive rebounds. That helps with an additional score. These are all things that Bill Finley said during that losing streak they were struggling with.
Knocked out of bounds. I think it was last touch by Hunter. It was. They'll stay with Iowa State. 1:33 to go in the third quarter. Largest lead for Iowa State was 13 in the second. Entry to Audi.
Here comes the double.
Audi turns to the basket before the double can get there and gets 2 more. 16 on 6 of 10 shooting.
I thought Miles could have kept going to the rim.
Silva on the fadeaway. Couldn't get it. Suarez on the offensive glass. Leans in for 2. Second chance opportunity for Marta Suarez. She has 16. Final minute, third quarter.
You see Silva now just face guarding Crooks.
Beautiful job to get it to Audi, who had great position in the paint. And when she gets it that deep, that close, it is over. 18 points for Crooks. Suarez, kick to the corner, 3-pointer. Hunter is off the mark. TCU struggling from beyond the arc here today. 5 of 22, that's 23%. On the season at 36%, averaging 9 main threes a game. Big part of what they do. Shot clock off, final seconds of the third. Williams tried to follow the Williams miss, couldn't get it, and that will do it for the third quarter. Iowa State outscored TCU 18-15 in that third quarter. Audi Crooks averaging better than 25 a game. She's got 18, working for it on the inside, and Iowa State taking a 9-point lead to the fourth quarter here in Fort Worth. ESPN's exclusive press of the highest compliment from Iowa State, saying that they were going to give Olivia Miles the Caitlin Clark treatment. She's 2 of 14 from the field. How do you think Iowa State has done this here today to keep Miles in check when it comes to scoring? You can see she's doing it with assists and rebounds as well, right?
Yeah, I think we saw it at Baylor. If you go under on-ball screens, she'll knock down the three. If you try to go over, she'll turn the corner and get to the rim. I think where she is most dangerous when she gets in the paint and she becomes a scorer and that facilitator. And so what Iowa State has done really well right now is make her one-dimensional, and primarily that is being a facilitator. I do think Olivia Miles could get more aggressive off the high on-ball screen and look to turn the corner and get all the way to the rim.
How about Addie Brown? Got the block on one end for Iowa State. Now looking for the three on the other. And gets the roll.
That was great television, partner. It's like you knew she was going to knock it down.
Biggest lead this half for Iowa State. They're up by 12. They're up by 13 first half. Miles for 2.
And we can talk all we want about what Olivia Miles has done to this point. This young lady's capable of getting 20 here in 1 quarter. She is just that dynamic with the ball in her hands.
11 points now for Miles. Crooks with 18.
Addie Brown's out there about to get out of the way. She wants to go one-on-one here.
Trying to back in Suarez. Suarez with the reach, got a hand in it. Martha Suarez, good defensive play, gets the tie-up. Jump ball, possession arrow will keep it with Iowa State, but just 6 seconds to shoot.
This is just 2 high ball IQ competitors, 2 young women who are just trying to create for their team. Suarez times that last dribble perfectly to get the tie-up.
3 seconds, three-pointer on the way is good. Jada Williams with a clutch 3 as the shot clock was set to expire. Williams now with 13. Miles looks to dish, gets the assist. Basham with the finish. (11, 7, and 9 now for Olivia Miles. Crooks. That's a traveling violation. Crooks probably should have gone up with it in hindsight, but she was looking to be a facilitator and dish it off to Jada Williams.
Well, it was an overload, and she had that entire weak side to herself, and she had the step. You're right, Eric. She should have just continued and taken it up. Miles,
still cold, but Suarez fighting on the glass. Can't get the putback, and Addie Brown's got the rebound. That's 7 now for Brown.
Another area where Addie Brown is so key to Iowa State. It's just that defensive rebounding.
And that's what she can do better than anyone. It's get the ball to Audi Crooks. They have that connection. It's what makes them go. And getting Addie Brown back there after the injury, making a big difference.
It's spacing, it's ball IQ, and obviously it is the skill level of the passing. But because she can hit the 3, defenders have to come out on her. That creates more space in the paint for Audi Crooks to work.
So Crooks out the line. Reminder, coming up Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. LSU and Tennessee going head-to-head in Baton Rouge at the PMAC. Tennessee falling to Oklahoma today, 100-93, so they'll be trying to bounce back in a tough place to play. You'll see that Thursday, 6 Eastern, primetime SEC matchup on ESPN and the ESPN app. 20 now for Audi Crooks. 20th time she's gone for 20 or more this season. 61st time in her 3-year career. Hunter tries to go around Audi.
Great use of the reverse layup there by Donovan Hunter. So now it's Suarez defending Crooks down low.
Brown sets for 3. Rebound to Big B. TCU is 1 for 9 from outside the 3-point line in the second half. Miles is going to be fouled by Jada Williams.
Bill Finley making a substitution here for Addie Brown. But right now, because of the lineup that TCU has, I would love to see them go 5 out, force Crooks out of the paint, or look for your outside shot based on the matchup.
So you see the clock, 3:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Addie Brown played 17 minutes through the first 3 quarters, and she's being limited to right around 25 coming off the injury. Miles with the rebound. Bigby can't hit the three. Out of the scramble, Bielefeld. Suarez, too strong. Hunter kept it alive. Suarez. Great fight by TCU on the glass. Chance for a three-point play.
It might as well be Marta fights Suarez because she was all about this possession. Starts with a fadeaway. She knows it's off, so follows her shot, stays with it, gets the and one opportunity.
Third foul on Elisa Williams. Suarez finishes the three-point play. She's got 19. Cyclones up by 8. Williams for three. Jada Williams knocks down another three. 16 for Jada. It's a 2 for Jada.
But it shows you what happens when the ball goes inside Audi Crooks. Defense collapses. She finds her partner in crime open on the outside.
Suarez, good three-point shooter, but not this time. And Iowa State, Audi Crooks just turns around, tells Jada Williams, take it easy. Clock comes inside of 6 minutes. Williams to Audi. Knocked away by Suarez. It will stay with Iowa State, 11 to shoot.
Bill Finley told us last weekend that Iowa State shooting basically 90% when the ball goes inside to Crooks and then comes back out with the kick out.
Audi comes up short. Miles weaving through traffic, puts it up off the window for 2. You know Olivia Miles can take over a game. Fans here in Fort Worth want her to take over a game. Basham gets called for knocking down Audi Crooks.
Mark Campbell told us pregame that Basham would play behind because she is so physical and could hold her ground. And this has been going on all game long between those two. And just really unfortunate because, as you can hear from the crowd who just saw the replay, she just tripped over her foot.
Crooks will go to the bench. Basham's third foul. Patty Brown back on the floor. I wonder if she'll be on the floor for these final 5 minutes. Right up against her minutes mark.
If Patty Brown has anything to say about it, yes, she will.
Step back, 3 on the way. No good, Basham the rebound. Miles dribbled it off her foot, but got it before it went out of play. Miles somehow, some way, found the opening and got the basket. She's up to 15 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and the crowd gets a little louder here in Fort Worth. Brown tied up by Suarez, possession arrow, TCU. That will get us to a timeout with 4:22 to go in the fourth.
Eric, you have said it. It's not a matter of if, but it's when Olivia Miles gets the offense going. Just sizing it up, never gets rushed, splits the defenders for 2 more. Well, Marta Suarez up to a double-double on the afternoon. 19 points, 10 rebounds. She's done it in the paint, using her strength and length over smaller defenders. She's been a beast on the glass for TCU. She has created extra possessions just by sheer effort. And bottom line for Marta Suarez, she is a matchup issue because she can beat you from deep, she can beat you off the bounce, and more than anything, she can just beat you. And the young lady is also a talented artist. Every game, she likes to take one of her shoes and paint it up today for KL. All right, enough about you, Marta. It's Olivia time.
Olivia Miles was 2 for 14 through the first 3 quarters. She is 4 for 5 in the fourth. A little degree of difficulty on that one. 11-2 run right now for TCU. Defense by Basham. Audi sticks with it. Miles trying to work on Williams. Donovan Hunter. Hunter down the lane. Couldn't get it. Basham. Offensive rebounds starting to pile up for TCU, and it's making a difference in this game.
When it starts with dribble penetration, force Crooks to rotate. That's how Basham had the smaller guard on her.
Crooks leans in, couldn't get it. Last touched by Crooks. TCU basketball. Down by 4 with 3:06 to go in the fourth.
Suarez came with that double, that rush Crooks.
Miles up quick to Hunter. Hunter for Basham, bumped by Crooks. That's 4.
Crooks immediately looking over at the bench saying, I'm good. But you've seen the last couple of possessions, Crooks not wanting to foul has allowed players to get really high percentage looks. She doesn't move her feet there in time. Easy call for the official with the block.
She'll stay on the floor with the 4 with 3:01 to go in the fourth. Big B. 4-3. Timeout, Iowa State. Schollmaier, electric after Taylor Bigby knocks down her 3rd 3 of the game.
With Taylor Bigby, nothing bigger than this 3 for TCU to cut it to 1. They've been aggressive off the bounce, and that starts with Olivia Miles. Gets downhill, forces rotation, finds Basham on the weak side. And then it's been the relentless pursuit of second chance opportunities led by Marta Suarez. And Olivia Miles, knowing that Audi Crooks is in foul trouble, just blows right by her, gets to the rim, forces rotation. TCU's just really active right now.
Iowa State led 66-53 with 7.5 to go. 16-4 burst here. Here's Crooks playing with 4. Out to Brown. Iowa State clinging to a 1-point lead. No basket. Foul's going to be called on Suarez before the shot.
Great execution out of the timeout, though, by Iowa State. Little 2-man action. Brown and Crooks, they force the switch, which puts Suarez on Crooks. Crooks buries her, and you see the wraparound there by Suarez, which drew the foul.
2.5 to play.
Crooks was asking for the ball, and the ball was on the right wing, and they missed her.
Abby Brown knows how to get it to Audi Crooks. She does. Won't drop. TCU has led for all of 38 seconds today. They have a chance to go in front. Miles steps back for the lead. Williams off the mark. Miles will bring it up inside of 2 to play.
From TCU, I get downhill and go at Crooks. She will not foul. That allows you to try to get all the way to the rim.
Miles spins it. Won't drop. Almost did. And she'll go to the free throw line. She went into the first row. Took out a couple of photographers, making sure everybody's all right. A little kiss on top of the head as well.
That was some tight photos, I'm sure, that were just being taken. Because Miles is taking over this game. You see her get downhill. She sees Crooks there, and so she just stops and pops. Now, next possession, coming down. Splits through. Crooks reaches in there. That's 5 on Audi Crooks.
She fouls out with 1:35 to go. .22 points, 6 rebounds for Audi Crooks. Olivia Miles had 5 points at halftime. She was struggling from the field, but she's got 20. 13th time this year she's gone for 20 or more. 12 points in the fourth. 3-point TCU lead. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Williams. Suarez knows Williams wants to take the shot. Suarez won't let her take the shot. Heads out of play. TCU basketball.
We've talked about Marta Suarez's offense, her rebounding, but now it's the defense on the point guard for Iowa State. She keeps her in front of her that entire possession when Williams was just trying to get to the rim. Tremendous defense by Marta Suarez.
Chant is TCU as Olivia Miles dribbles near half court, bringing the clock down inside of a minute. 5 of 6 from the field in the fourth quarter. Miles looking to add to it. She has shot the lights out. Apparently here in the fourth. 6 of 7 from the field. 5-point TCU lead in the fourth. Timeout, Iowa State.
Later to take over when you need it, and that's exactly what Olivia Miles has done. High on ball screen. She sees the post defender waiting, so she raises, elevates, knocks down another 2 for TCU.
11-0 run for TCU. The last 6 points have been scored by the All-American from New Jersey, Olivia Miles. Addie Brown looks to do it with Audi Crooks on the bench. Traveling violation. Turnover by Iowa State. It's just their 5th. TCU has turned it over only 4 times. They'll take a timeout with 49.5 to go.
But Eric, the commonality of turnover 4 and 5 is the defense by Marta Suarez. First it was on a guard. This time it's on a post player. Brown trying to create. Marta Suarez just using her body, using her footwork, keeps the contact. Probably got away with a little bit of contact across the arm, but Addie Brown drags that pivot foot.
Frogs are down 13 in the fourth quarter. They have outscored Iowa State 26-12. You've heard how loud it is in here. I'd say the College Game Day Brain Trust made a good choice because they will be here at Schollmaier next Sunday before Baylor takes on TCU.
It's electric today. I can't imagine what it will be next Sunday.
TCU basketball, 49.5 to go. Into Miles, and a foul given quickly by Iowa State. That's 5 team fouls, so free throws the rest of the way for TCU. Audi Crooks fouled out with 1:35 to go in this fourth quarter after scoring a team-high 22 points. In this showcase of 2 of the top players, not just in the Big 12, but in the country, it's been another clutch performance by Olivia Miles, who joined the 2,000-point club in this game. And she has shot TCU to a 6-point lead.
TCU does have a foul to give.
Brown launches for 3. Too strong. Rebound to Jackson. Hunter has it. Hunter's got a step. Williams off the mark, and a foul's going to be called on Olivia Miles and Kenzie Hare. 14-0 run for TCU.
Donovan Hunter has just been the glue of this TCU team all season long. Gets the huge steal, the huge score to pretty much solidify this for TCU.
Off balance 3 in the corner. Kenzie Hare hits it in a timeout called by Iowa State. Iowa State, excellent 3-point shooting team. #1 in the Big 12 at 37%. So Not done yet with 23.7 to go. Two-possession game.
And Eric, this was a timeout being called by Iowa State. So if TCU chooses, they can call a timeout afterwards to advance the ball. But as it stands now, it will be TCU's ball in the backcourt.
You said it, both teams over the limit in fouls. Iowa State is out of timeouts. That's critical because they cannot call a timeout here in the final minute of the fourth quarter and advance it to the front court. What a performance by Olivia Miles. 2 for 14 from the field in the first 3 quarters. She is 6 for 7 in the fourth with 15 points.
I think it's a great lesson for all young players out there. Next shot, next play is all that matters. And with Olivia Miles, I think she's, as good as she is a player, I think she's even more competitive. And when her team needed her most, she dialed in and made winning plays for this ball club.
Saw that in Waco last week against Baylor, where she scored 23 points in the third quarter. Now TCU, as Christy just mentioned, they're going to call a timeout to advance it into the front court. So this timeout will be extended here with 23.7 to go. Iowa State was up by 13 in the first half and again in the fourth quarter. What stood out to you about this TCU comeback? And I think the only answer is 2 words: Olivia Miles.
Well, I'm going to add 2 more words.
Okay.
Marta Suarez. Because I thought that 1-2 duo was really good. We've seen 2 great defensive stands from Marta Suarez. But in terms of energy and just the momentum swing, I thought it was when Suarez missed the shot, got the offensive rebound, and won. And I thought from that point on, for the most part, it's been all TCU.
Suarez with 19 points, 10 rebounds, so another double-double for Marta, her 7th this year, 20th of her career. Miles is fouled by Hare, and Olivia Miles, an 84% free throw shooter, 4th in the Big 12, will go to the line to shoot 2 with 23.1 to go.
More offense-defense substitutions, getting Addie Brown back in the game.
There's Brown back on the floor. Five points in the first half. 20 in the second half. And counting.
If you're Iowa State, you don't necessarily need a 3. You need points. I would try to get all the way to the rim.
That's what Williams does. Can't get the layup. Bielefeld's got the rebound. Will Iowa State foul? Miles into the front court. Bigby is fouled by Hare.
And Eric, that's just subtle, but just the pass Olivia Miles just made. A lot of players would just hold it, take the foul. More time went off the clock because Miles was able to throw that ball up into the front court.
With her supposed, alleged, we can't. She can throw a fastball with that left hand. Get it where it needs to go. Bigby off the miss. Iowa State out of timeouts. TCU with a 14-0 run. They went up 78-70. Remember, no timeouts, so they have to push it across half court. Here's Williams for 3. Too strong. Fittingly, Miles has the rebound. She will dribble out the clock. And TCU does it again. And Olivia Miles does it again. A triple-double for Olivia with that rebound. 26, 10, and 10. TCU wins again.
It's used probably too many times. You have to make winning plays. Olivia Miles throughout that second half made winning play after winning play. But I'll also say this was a good team win for TCU. I thought Basham off the bench gave them some great low post defense on Crooks. But once again, too much Suarez and Olivia Miles.
5th triple-double this season for Olivia, the 11th of her career. And the 2 friends with the embrace, Audi and Olivia. And Audi just recognizing the greatness that's been on display here in Fort Worth for Olivia Miles.